Hi, Sam. Happy to see you, my friend. Really excited for today's class.
Hi, Kirsten.
Hey, buddy.
Just give me a sec.
Yep, no problem.
I just need to go up an elevator.
That's fine. We'll be here when you get there.
Hey. Excellent. We've got Paul and Kirsten, who's hosting. We've got Blockchain Pain. A bunch of regulars, which is great. Good. Always good to have, the people who are willing to just step into some facts instead of just, making things up based on fiction. Okay, so got a special guest here today. Francois, do you want to unmute?
Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, regardless of where you are.
Hi.
So he's got a whiteboard behind him as well.
Great.
We're obviously looking at data and numbers, and before I want to go into that, I just want to give everybody some visibility of the gold industry. Now, I'm not from the gold industry, but I've brought the best of the best to give us some hard numbers as to why gold has been a store of value ever since human civilization began, almost 10,000 years ago. So go for it.
Reference to me?
Yes.
All right. I'm not an economist. My forte is definitely more on the operational side and the extraction of gold. But gold historically has been a safe kept way of ensuring longevity and maintaining a future for investment. And this is from decades and decades, if not century. And I think it's going to remain the same for years to come, especially getting more and more important today with the changing of the political figures and not figures, but standing, and the evolution of the economy, the avenue of AI that's going to scare a lot of element of the different economies of the more industrial nations. So you'll see a lot of impact, non-traditional impacts. In the past, when there was some concerns about the economy, it was mainly because of foreign aggressions or possibility of foreign aggressions on the strong economies. Today, you're going to have still going to maintain the same concern, but there's also a higher tech environment today that's going to put a lot of pressure on the uncertainty for the economies, and might actually fast forward on certain non-superpower today that might have a chance to play a larger role in the economy because of this newer technology and advance, especially with the AI again. So I think that at the end of the day, I think that it's going to become more and more important to maintain a certain percentage of any diversified portfolio of investment out there. And this for the Goldman Sachs, advanced traders to the mom and pops around the world to have a certain percentage of their portfolio insured in precious metal, gold being the number one target for that purpose. So I think that you're going to see pressure on gold, and obviously pressure on gold means that the gold will go up. We've seen this this year, and then we feel this because like I've said before, our main job here is to extract gold from the ground. I'm based in West Africa. Goldfinex has been here for 2 years. G1X is attached, which is our crypto coins, is attached to the operation here. I would invite you to follow the Telegram channel about our activity, but our day-to-day operation is feeling the price of gold. And just to let you know that 2 months ago, gold was about 1850 an ounce. Everything is, priced in troy ounces. And then recently, we've for the longest time, and I think that for the first time, we went not only above 2,000 but 2,005-6 US dollars per troy ounces, which is again demonstrating that there is pressure on that hard metal currency, and I think that we're going to see this pressure coming up, and we could expect to see gold breaking the 2,500 price bracket probably by second quarter of next year, which for us is all good news, because every time that we extract, be it 5 kilos or 10 kilos of gold, we sell immediately on the free market. So for us, it makes a big difference on price. So Sam, I don't know where to go from there, but we're all excited about gold. We're always going to be excited about gold. And like I've said before, our two hands touches gold every day here in West Africa.
Great. Well, I'm drinking something that
you have your priorities at the right place. Appreciate that.
Exactly. That is gold colored. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, it's been a long year for me. Okay. A long year for me, going into the depths of detaching myself from the traditional markets, because that's what this space is all about. This space is about just stories upon stories upon stories, and people, of course, jumping into these stories, not really realizing what they're getting involved in. Okay. And for the people who are able to manage their risk, they do well. For the people who don't know how to manage their risk, things go very, very, very poorly. And it's easy to just go, okay, well, I now need to blame someone. Blame everyone except for myself, right? And that has been, of course, a significant theme when it comes to retail investors. Now, that is the key word, retail investors. There is a reason why retail investors make poor decisions, is because they don't look at the data, they don't look at the numbers. What do? This is what we went into last time, okay? They just trust, okay? Let's trust something, and that something is told to me by someone who I've known for years as a friend or is my family. So let's trust my family as well. So when you have all this trust going on, what happens? Okay, no one looks at the data. No one looks at the data. And when the data is screaming, get out, get out, get out, it's going to explode. Somehow there is the inability to put yourself in a situation where you're logical about anything. No, emotions takes over and you're focused on just being in denial about the data, okay? Being in denial. and that's never a good place to be in denial. So what the future of the space that has anything to do with cryptocurrencies is about? It's actually about combining the traditional financial ecosystem with the infrastructure of liquidity and access that cryptocurrencies have. In the past, you can't put $10 into something and then see how it goes, right? The minimum ticket size is thousands of dollars because bankers or financial institutions or brokers don't even want to onboard you as a client. Okay, if you don't have that kind of money. But now you could put $10 into something, see how it goes. Oh, it's gone. Put another $10 into something. This has all been made possible by crypto, okay, which is amazing. But what needs to happen is we need to anchor this space, not now, but eventually, on something real. Okay, Gold Phoenix, as an example, is already listed. Okay, it did well in the previous bull market. The problem with Gold Phoenix is it's a very serious project. Okay, it is backed by something real, something tangible. Okay, so they don't understand how to play the game of liquidity and the game of community building. Okay. Now, the people in this room, on the other side, some of you guys do. Some of you guys know how to do community building and also driving liquidity. This eventual meeting of the people in the middle is where this market eventually has to be. But how do people meet in the middle? Not through trust, okay? Not through trust. I know everybody looks like trustworthy people, but let's just look at the data, okay? The data says gold holds value, okay? Because the data also says that the scarcity of gold, the production of gold, is actually slowing down when the access to gold that is easily accessible is decreasing over time. Okay, is decreasing over time. So when something is scarce, you then will assume as demand grows and supply that is introduced is limited, the value of the asset has to go up, okay? So that brings me to my next point. Bitcoin block halving happening in half a year, okay? So mathematically speaking, everything I said and predicted has come true, okay? Because mathematically speaking, Bitcoins have gone up. Now, the problem with Bitcoins going up is a lot of people, in order to accumulate Bitcoins in this time frame, what will they do? They will say, oh, well and truly, it's good to invest in Bitcoin, but please invest in this shitcoin instead, okay? So they will try and convince you to convert your Bitcoin into shitcoin, okay? Bitcoin into shitcoin, don't fall for that, okay? Don't fall for that. But the narrative of converting Bitcoin into shitcoin is something that we could all take advantage of if we can see the data. Now, many of these projects in the crypto space, they don't show you the data. Projects that are associated with me moving forward, the data has to be public. because public data means that more people can make quicker decisions. That is why listed companies, where they have to show financials, have a liquidity premium, because more people are willing to jump in and jump out of it quickly because they can see that everything is comparatively transparent. So data, once shown, allows you to play the Bitcoin into shitcoin and then back into more Bitcoin gain. Okay, because for the people who know me well, okay, I'm all about the B. Okay, I'm all about being on the B team. I'm all about accumulating Bitcoin, turning 1 Bitcoin into 1.1 Bitcoin. Okay, but just like gold bars, you can't turn 1 gold bar into 2 gold bars. No. In fact, gold and putting it into a custodian means that you have to pay custody fee. You lose, let's say, 1% a year for them to hold on to it. Bitcoin's the same. If you choose to hold Bitcoin with the most trusted institutions in the world, okay, they will take a custody fee. Okay, so your Bitcoins become less and less, slightly less over time. Your gold becomes slightly less over time, but at least it's safe. At least it's safe, okay, in your custody. Now, when I'm talking about turning 1 Bitcoin into 1.1 Bitcoin, okay, how do you do that? Well, you need to make sure you get into the right shitcoin at the right time. And the only way you could do that is if you read the data. So, everyone needs to have a mentality of getting more Bitcoin, stacking Bitcoin. Now, some of the people in the more traditional field will be like, let's just stack gold or let's just stack silver, right? But you have to stack something that is scarce, okay? So the aim of the game in the cycle of finance is you turn something liquid, okay? Which, as an example, is your fiat currency, okay? Whether it's United States dollar or New Zealand dollar, that is liquid. You could use that in your respective country, do anything you want with it, okay? You take something that is fully liquid and you convert it into something that is not liquid, okay? As an example, your house, that's not liquid, okay? But then when you convert it back into liquidity again, you get more. You get more, okay? How do you maximize the increase in valuation? Well, instead of buying a house, why not buy a block of land that you know is going to be rezoned in the next 12 months or 18 months, okay? Once that rezone happens, okay, bam, you 3x your money, okay? You haven't even built anything yet. You just flip it over to the developer and get 3 times your money. Now, how do you make sure that your block of land gets rezoned? Well, you have some nice dinners with some politicians, okay? Oh, it's not called corruption. No way, Jose. Okay? It's called lobbying, okay? So, for example, in the gold scenario, okay, what happens? you invest your tokens, your currency, your hard-earned money, into a gold mine. That gold mine is illiquid. If there's no one doing anything on that gold mine, it's not even a gold mine, it's just a block of land sitting there. So the objective is, okay, you bought something illiquid, which is a block of land. Instead of building houses, instead of building houses, you're building a mine. You have a permit to extract gold from this piece of land. Great. Okay. The permit might be 20 years, right? What that means is you are here to turn this illiquid block of land that if you do nothing with will generate nothing for you. And then your lease will expire. That's it. It goes back to the government, right? Your job is to turn it into liquidity again. So you either sell the gold mine at a premium, or in this case, you extract gold from it. All right. I think Goldfinix, how much gold do you guys extract?
Between 10 and 20 kilos now, and first quarter next year is going to be around 40 kilos per month.
Okay, and how much is per kilo?
60,000 US.
And so assuming that you're extracting, minimum 10 kilos, right? That's 600,000 per year. All right.
Per month.
Sorry, per month. Yeah,
Per month.
My bad. Per month. Okay. And now, these are not large numbers in the grand scheme of things, right? But let's not forget, if these are large numbers, then you'd be listed on the New York Stock Exchange, on the NASDAQ, or any tier one exchange, Hong Kong, Singapore, etc. Right?
Right.
The reason why crypto tokens and the lot is a new leveling of playing field is because it allows artesian gold mines that are turning over $600,000 a year, right, to create a token that gives liquidity to those who support the business. Okay, so this is what I call democratizing the access to opportunity.
That's the right way.
Right?
That's the right way of labeling this, Sam. This is exactly the case. The democratic aspect of giving an investment opportunity to people that never have been able to have access to, oil deal or gold deals, that goes to the preferred traders, the Goldman Sachs friends. Today, this type of arrangement, anybody could chip in and have the expected same results, if not better, with minimal investment to start. The first step in any type of Goldman Sachs investment starts at $500,000 US. So this is not, given to anybody to be able to invest in that particular opportunity. Take Facebook, Google, they don't present those deals to the retail investors that have $5,000-$10,000 to invest. In this particular scenario, crypto gives you that possibility, and we're in the business of providing top grade investment opportunity in a very democratic way.
Exactly. So, in addition to that, it's not even about 5-10 grand, right? Because to get into a hot IPO that you're going to make 30% on day one, right? It's the allocation in itself will trade in a secondary market amongst closely knit friends at a premium, right? If you know it's going to go up 30% on day one, then the brokers are selling it at 20% above the prospectus price, and you will still buy it at 20% above. Why? Because 10% holding on to something for a couple of weeks is still pretty damn good.
And the hope that it could be
You know,
more.
making
And the hope-
10% every couple of weeks is pretty good.
Yeah, and the hope that it could be more. Yeah.
So the objective right now is not about the 10, 20 grand people, right? It's about the $10, $20 people. Okay. This is the leveling of playing field in the crypto market. And we need to anchor it to something real. Okay. So I'm really excited to have you obviously speak on this, because the next steps would be for you to do something with a real community, okay, that is ready to first start chipping in $10, $20, but then putting in, you know, $100 to $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is how we are able to drive a win-win scenario with you, okay? And I'm really excited for that, because the data shows, okay, it is cheaper to give someone success on a small amount of money than on a large amount of money, okay? What I mean by that is, you know what, for me to collect $1 million from a millionaire and make them 10% a year means that I have to generate $100,000 of value for them, okay, in 1 year. And they will just, as a multi-millionaire, right, because they're all diversified, you know, giving me 1 million to manage is just, you know, a small part of their wealth, right? Exactly. They'll look at it at the end of the day and say, oh, great, Sam, so you made me 10%, just like all these other loser fund managers out there. It made me 10%, right? But the thing is, right, 10% to make them still resulted in me generating $100,000 of value. Now, what if I generated the same $100,000 of value, but instead of collecting 1 million, I collected $10,000? Okay. So I collected 100 times less money. Okay. So instead of 1 million, I only do 10K and I still generate $100,000, right? Now I collect $10,000 from 100 people. Average ticket size, okay, $100. And I turn that into $1,000. Okay. That is life-changing money. That is life-changing money to a lot of people. And if that is not life-changing money to you, then, you know, you're obviously coming from a level of wealth that means you're not really my target audience, right? Because I'm talking about the people who only have $100. When you give them 10 times more of that, right? That is a life-changing amount of money to them, because they have, for the first time in their entire life, won. They have won. Okay? Rich people, powerful people, influential people win every single day. I win every single day because I have built myself in a world where I'm surrounded by people who speak logic and focus on steps. The outcome just comes. The outcome just comes. right? We speak logic, we focus on the next steps, and the outcome just comes, right? There is no prediction. When we know what we're doing, there is no prediction, because this is what I want everyone to write. This is what I want everyone to write on a piece of paper, okay? History repeats, okay? History repeats. All you have to do is start another war and be smarter than everyone and make a lot of money. Now, the war doesn't have to be really, you know, people dying and stuff, right? But it could be a financial war.
Or a
The
perception
Great
of
Crusade,
the threat.
that the Great Crusade that we're all leading everyone on right now is the democratization of opportunity. Okay, so the democratization of opportunity requires what? New leadership. New leadership that will focus on replicating history by saying, this is where we're at, this is where we're at, and these are the next steps. The outcome's the outcome. The outcome is always going to be the same because history repeats itself. So, what are we looking at? The data is we help 10x people's money that are poor. And they will FOMO the rich idiots into the opportunity and generate the outcome that we all expect. Okay? Which is another bailout situation. Another bailout situation. Remember, bailouts cost governments nothing. They just have to print money. So, if there is no big bubble that pops, no one makes money. Okay? So, we're 6 months away from the biggest bubble. And I want you guys to never forget what you need to do, which is buy Bitcoin. But how you get there is not by taking the money out of your bank right now and just buying Bitcoin. No, it's to come to V's math class twice a week, okay? And we just focus on our entry by reading the data, okay? Focus our entry by reading the data. And then we plan our exit. We plan our exit. And when we exit, we always exit before everyone else. Okay? It's important for you to tell people you want to look after. Get out. Time to sell. But you can only say that once you've sold yourself. Let's not forget, right? This is a game of finance. Okay? This is a game of finance. Leaders lead by doing first. Leaders lead by selling first. So, let's not be stupid, people. Buy first, convince other people to buy, and then let them sell, and then sell last. No. Leaders lead by example. We bought in. All right, guys, pile. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We sold out. All right, guys, I'm out. You guys should be out too. Okay? There is no time in history where a good leader says, a good leader because I let you guys get in and I let you guys get out and I made no money. Leadership's all about setting the example for other people. If you're leading a bunch of people to make no money, then do it. Then get them in, get them out. Okay? You made no money and everybody laughs at you, right? But we're in the game of finance. We're in the game of consensus building in a brand new market segment. All right. So instead of helping that 1 million that person that writes you that $1 million check make 10%, you're here to help 100 people who invest $10,000 to 10x their money. This is the new market segment that we're all able to tap into and all able to make fees from. Okay. So there are two things at play here. Okay. And this is what really excites me. Okay. When did Goldfinix list?
Say again?
When did Goldfinix token list? G1X. When did that list?
A year ago.
A year ago. Okay. So that is a token that is doing a staking model now into the bull market. Great. Okay. Well, when did a bunch of tokens that we've issued recently go on vent? Well, all in the last 2 months, right? So my point is we have now option A and option B. Okay. Option A is a token project that has done well and just needs a little bit of the kicker to do even better into the next bull market. Okay. Option B is projects that haven't even started. Okay. That haven't even started and are launching and rolling into the next bull market. Okay. Both options are great as long as we launch into a bull market. But the most important thing right now is we need to plan an exit. Okay. But in order to get to the exit with the best and maximum outcome, the entry needs to be early as possible. Early as possible. So, what is the earliest possible entry point? Day 0. Day 0. Okay? Into a bull market, I know everything works, but I'm here to make the most money. So if something has already been launched and it's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, I don't look at it again. If I'm looking at it, I'm just gambling. And that's fine, right? It's always good to gamble with small amounts of money. But what you do with your community that you lead is you want them to win, and you want them to win big. So, you know, they might ask about this, ask about that. And you're like, okay, sure. But it's like, you know, a day, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100, 200. You don't really know. Okay. But day 1, okay, day 1 is when other people come in. Day 0 is when you get in. Okay. And when you get in, make sure you do the maths to get out your principal. Because if you are emotionally attached and thinking, wow, how good would it be if I just compound, you know what? You end up losing your principal. And when you lose your principal, you only have one more chance before you die. Okay? Failure is only acceptable twice. Don't fail more than once, because if you fail the second time, you're out. There's no 3 strikes, you're out. It's 2 strikes, you're out. You know, it's too much emotional and too much to take if you keep on losing your principal. So, here is a key message that I want to end this Zoom on. All right. Okay. For you to have the maximum amount of leverage against a project, don't you forget, a project is there to help you make money. But for you to have leverage against a project, you have to be in there at day 0. Okay? Because when you're in there at day 0, you are already making money based on the rules they set. So what does that mean? Because you've already given the project money on day 0, you already put a gun to the project's head and say, if you do not deliver what you promised me, I will hurt you. I will hurt you. Project is led by owners. They need to make money. And they always make sure day 0 people win. Because if they don't let day 0 people win, then they're not able to collect money from day 1 people, day 2 people, day 3 people, day 4 people. Day 0 people are the most powerful people out there. As long as a project has no opportunity to rug pull. Because, you know, I can do a rug pull by creating a project, bringing on day 0 people, and then there's no day 1. Okay, that is also a possibility in this market. But if everything is controlled and there is a structured vetting system to make sure that that is not even possible, then just keep to day 0. Keep generating the promised outcome that these projects have promised you. And get out your principal, okay? Because once you have the principal in hand, you are protecting yourself from anything that can ever hurt you. Because you are able to start all over again, even if you make no more money beyond your principal, because your principal comes back to you in order for you to start all over again. All you've done is lost time. You have not lost money. Okay? So, let's look at the data. Let's make sure as leaders, as community, we have the ability to put the relevant amount of pressure on projects to perform. And the maximum amount of pressure comes if you are generating what the project promises you on day 0. So, yeah, that's it from me. I'll like to hand this back to Kirsten. I'd also like Kirsten to, invite Summer to say a few words as well. And we do some Q&A and close off.
Absolutely. Thank you. I just want to say thank you very much to Francois for that too. Like, that's got me something spark in my brain. I'm thinking, oh, what's this about? Okay, exciting. So I've joined the Telegram group. Thank you for that. Yeah, Summer, it's lovely to have you here too. Where are you? Put your hand up so I can spotlight you, lovely.
I am here.
Oh, there you are. I can spotlight. Hold on a second, Ed.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Francois. Hi, welcome
Hi,
to
Summer.
our community. Yeah, we're very excited to see you and to see your project coming through. That's amazing. I've been thinking about buying some gold, so now maybe I'll get a discount
next.
there for you being in a
Gonna have a higher return with G1X than with gold.
Yes, yes, I do believe that. I do believe. Unfortunately, I learned way too late in my life to invest into gold, but just never have the money to do it. But don't worry, right? Sam is in the house, and he will make us a lot of money.
Yes.
So yes, math is great. I've learned a lot from Sam all the time. He definitely has so much to deliver, so much knowledge that a lot of us who come from like social services, education background, we don't really have financial education. So also teach us a lot too, with the numbers and how we can focus on using numbers to make money, right? So yeah, I'm excited to look forward to working with you on your project, and anything that you want to share with our community, I'd be more than happy to assist you in whatever I can. We are a community that just ready to learn and make a lot of money. So
well, looking forward, Summer. And then keep in mind that our Telegram channel is also a great medium for us to share. If you have any questions or if you're looking for information, we'll be more than happy to communicate.
Sure. And we will continue to promote your Telegram to our community. So yeah, so once your project is launched, we have daily meetings, and what is required is you or someone in your team come in and do a 2-minute brief on your company, your project, and then invite them to your own Zoom to promote further. So that
fantastic. We're ready.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Sam.
Wow, that's exciting. I didn't even know that was coming. So that's very, very cool. I look forward to jumping on all the calls now to see what the heck's going on. Okay, guys. Thank you again, Sam, for your time. We love it. We love learning from you. We've learned some really good stuff today, and from you as well, Francois. And thank you, Summer, for coming in. And I am going to sign off now, and I will see you all. Has anyone got any questions? Sorry. Anyone got any questions about what we've just seen and heard?
I just want to say one last thing. Francois' project's not a day 0 project, but there is a staking mechanism to it, so that we could all ride the wave. Okay. Now, here's the difference, right? If you are a part of a project that does not have staking and it's already listed, then stay out of it, because it's just like buying a token and hoping it will go up. Okay. A staking mechanism at least allows you to even hedge an outcome, even if a token goes down. Oh, great. You've staked 20% value out of a token, and the token's gone down 20%. You've broken even. Okay. But if you just buy a token for the sake of hoping the token goes up, guess what you're doing? You're just participating in something that has done well in the previous bull market, and you know, you have no visibility on whether it will have any success in this bull run. So what is more important for an already listed token to do, if you are to participate in them, is to be part of day zero of staking. When they launch a staking program, just be part of day zero, okay? Because they have to look after you because you are generating the most. And therefore, for them to collect even more money and achieve a higher valuation, they have to make sure they look after you with day one, day two, day three people's money. Okay, this is just called a liquidity management. This is just called market making in the traditional financial space, right? It is no science. Sorry, it's just science, right? It's just maths. It's not magic, right? And in the traditional markets, it's all licensed. Okay, in this space, without the necessary licenses, what we want to do is at least give everyone in this space a level playing field, a transparent playing field. Okay, and that is why it is important for you to, when you look at a project, see what data the project is able to produce. Because if a project's not able to produce any data, that means you have nothing to analyze. They're not an open book. And if they don't have the ability to give you this kind of visibility, then please just note that you are playing with something that is highly risky, and it is not something that you should be bringing friends into. So maths is only important if we have data to analyze. So trust the people to bring you the data. And if the data is not worth trusting, okay, then just don't do it. Just don't do anything. Okay, so Kirsten, back over to you. Thank you.
Awesome. Anyone else got any questions or anything they'd like to say before we sign off? That's given me a lot of food for thought, Sam. It's really, really exciting. All right, guys. Well, I think if there's no questions, we'll sign off now. I think everyone just gets a little bit stunned after these classes. Everyone gets quiet. I love it. All right.
Okay, well, I do want to say, Christian,
Yeah.
you're running. I do want to say you're running Sam's math class, but if you don't put those numbers into action, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things that's going on in the van. So we hope to see you often.
Don't worry, I'm actively vending at the machine. Absolutely.
All right, good. Yeah, come on over. We need to see you there.
All right, guys. Lovely to have you here today, and I'll see you again for our next class. Thank you, Francois. See you all later, guys.
Thanks. See you guys next time.
Bye. Thanks,
bye-bye.
Sam. Bye.
Bye.